Today we are going to discuss about mesomeric effect or mesomerism. Mesomeric effect is defined as the polarity produced due to interaction between two pi bonds or pi bond and lone pair of electron. It is divided into two types. Type number 1 is plus M effect and type number 2 is negative M effect. Remember that there are two types of groups and one will be electron withdrawing group and the other will be electron donating group. Now these are the two kinds of groups that should be attached with conjugated system. So we will say that it should be attached with conjugated system and it should also be attached with conjugated system. Now, what is conjugated system? Remember that it is carbon chain with alternate single and double bond. Now it's easy for you to draw a conjugated system. Let us draw example of conjugated system attached with electron donating group. For example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon chain. So this one is carbon number 1. Here we have carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4 and carbon number 5. Now this is a saturated chain and we are going to add a alternate single and double bond. So here we have first double bond, then single bond, then double bond and then again single bond. Now this carbon chain will be called as conjugated carbon chain. You can simply attach this carbon chain with one hydroxyl group. As we know that the hydroxyl group contains oxygen atom and when it is bonded with two atoms, it has two extra lone pair of electron and it can donate these lone pair of electron to this system. We will draw a double-headed arrow like this and now again C1, C2, C3, C4 and C5 and we have attached it with hydroxyl group and now we are going to show the interaction of this lone pair of electron. So first of all this lone pair of electrons will jump and will acquire a positive charge. Now the continuous delocalization of this electron will take place. Now here the new bond has been formed, and this pi bond due to electronic repulsions get repelled onto this carbon number 2. And so what will happen is that negative charge will actually appear onto carbon number 2, plus this pi bond will be removed. Now you can imagine that what will happen next. This electron will jump here, and this pi bond will break and will be converted into negative charge onto the carbon number 4. So we get this structure as our first resonance structure. Now the second resonance structure will be formed when the second carbon when the electron on the carbon number 2 will delocalize and jump in between C3 and C2, and this pi electron will jump onto this carbon atom. So let's draw our second resonance structure. So C4 will get electron and single bond C3. Remember, here we have delocalization of electron in between this carbon, these two carbons, so it will acquire double bond, and the remaining structure will remain the same. We get our structure number 2 and structure number 3. Now the question is why this electron will not jump further, and the answer is quite simple, because it does not contain further pi electrons, plus it cannot jump backward. And the answer is simple, because the effect of mesomerism is actually a permanent effect. And the answer is simple, that the effect of mesomerism is actually the permanent effect. Just like inductive effect, this effect is also transmitted along the chain of the carbon atom.